Test. Hey, do you know where this theme song is from?
Where this one is?
Yeah. Do you recognize it?
It's not Swish?
It is.
Oh, okay.
It's just the trumpet section of Swish.
Yeah. That's like a
I took a stem and I made it my theme.
badass.
What do you think of that? Like besides like the idea of, yo, I love this one line in a song. I'm gonna make that one instrument section just
And Ken wrote this?
its own. Nah, this is PS Beats.
Oh, okay.
So I only work with 3 producers: Ken, PS Beats, and then Bat Gang Beats, and then you. I mean, it would be the 4th. We just haven't released anything officially.
Yeah. I think that sound is dope, but I'll be worried about the copyright a little bit.
I feel you. I mean, I wouldn't mind that anyway.
Oh, you like the attention, right?
No, I like the actual song. Like,
oh,
like I'm like, I'll give you money because I like the actual fucking song.
Word.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up? Edward Cass Max. So one more time, how did we meet again? You're talking about Ken, obviously.
Yeah. First off, once again, my name is Ryan, Ryborg, Emproj.
Intro, I love it. I didn't have to remind you or anything.
So how we met, it took a little bit for us to meet because of Ken and just, getting together and stuff. But I remember we showed up and it was at Renee and Ruben's, it was his older couple's back guest house.
Yeah.
And
I used to live there in college.
Right.
So it's basically somebody had a rental space in their backyard and there was a little gate and we would have to go into this gate to get in this little house in the back.
A lot of memories back there.
Man, very detailed. I mean, I obviously, since I lived there, I walked the same path for a little longer than them,
Yeah. There's a lot of musician type energy in that.
I just really got flashed back because, like, did you ever visit me when I lived there?
Like I was saying, Ken and I visited you, like, with me. I mean, Ken would go there a lot because he had his speakers over there and y'all were producing. But I only went over there once with you.
Damn. Wow. Yeah, I'm just like, it's weird because I don't remember really where you came in the picture in my life a little bit.
It was a couple of years later because you had left and went to California. And during that time, Ken and I became kind of close.
I always think about how much I missed. It's crazy.
Yeah. So whenever you came back, I was kind of out of the picture, but I think you and Ken were hanging out like a lot.
Dude, fuck. I'll never forget the first day I got back. I think it was the Super Bowl. And Produce was like full. I'd never seen it that like packed ever.
Oh, yeah?
And I just remember having this illusion like, damn, this is Produce. It's going to be every day. And obviously it wasn't, but it was like such a welcoming.
Yeah.
Wow. Like, makes me a little emotional.
And set the tone and everything, right?
Yeah.
For the next couple of years.
Man, shit. Yeah, that gives me a feeling like just thinking about that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, it's just like such a mix of emotions, dude.
Yeah.
That whole time period.
And plus with the head honcho Dus over there, it was very influential, right?
Dude. Yeah. Gave me my first fucking like MacBook. He sold it to me like super cheap. I think it was Sessies. Sorry,
yeah,
Sessies.
his chicks.
Yeah. It's just crazy to think about. I was using some really shitty equipment too. Like, it's just like the smallest gestures.
Oh,
and then like the tips of like transitioning songs and like we never really got physical, but like
he never came in and worked on songs with y'all.
Not so. Yeah, well, that's a whole different fucking subject. It's just like I just meant like he never was like one-on-one showing me how to DJ or anything. It was just always like, yo, remember this and like,
okay, that's the important stuff, isn't it?
It's weird because like I remember being like, hey, when's the best time to start the transition out of a song? Like it's super common things you would think as a DJ is like, duh, like 16, 8 bars. It depends on the intro to the next. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, but just, man, I was the one who observed the most, I think.
Yeah.
I wasn't as hands-on with shit because I got to see everybody else working all the time.
Well, okay, so whenever you had been working on music for years, so by the time you came back to Corpus from California, what was like on your mind? There must have been something that was like,
well, I was going through like nasty breakup, and then like she like got with somebody else that I knew, which makes it even worse.
Yeah.
But like just I was going through such a deep, immense like heartbreak. I was like, dude, I'm gonna work so fucking. Dude, we made that shit in like a few days, like 420, because I was so mad, and then I didn't even want to think about it. I was like, just put it out. And nothing was done. Like half of that shit's just super half-assed.
Y'all had a 420 album?
Yeah.
Not what was like 5 songs in there, right?
So it was like 9. But
so
that's
it was
what I'm
an
trying
album.
to say is like there's a lot of unfinished shit. We just put it on there, like let it all out. Who cares? Like things that are just a freestyle all the way through, or like you know.
So Auditory Hallucinations, when did that come out? After the 420 album?
This is before I left.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I left in 15, came back 16. Yeah. No, it was like I left late 14. So I know I was almost there 2 years. Yeah. But yeah, I think we actually put out Auditory because I was leaving.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was always, dude, that's crazy to think about. Like, we set some hard deadlines for ourselves, dude.
Yeah, back in the day. Hey, Da Funk, that one is still like one of my favorites.
It is. I'm super sad about the mix, honestly.
Yeah, for sure.
If I could go back,
that'd be one of the songs.
I would just take out the outro, and yeah, I would definitely redo that.
Yeah,
it's perfect.
Yeah,
it's perfect. I love that song.
Yeah,
yeah. Like I take a lot of pride in that one. I don't know why, but coming back to like when we first started hanging out, what else we have in common is like we had the same professor. You actually finished college. I didn't.
Yeah.
Talk about your degree a little bit. I mean, you got to use it.
Yeah, sound recording technology. It's gotten me into, some pretty interesting spots. And then, of course, I'm not perfect or whatever. I wish it went a little bit better in certain spots. But at the end of the day, like...
In what way?
Oh, just like stuff, like weird stuff. Like for sure, if you're ever making a digital product, it's requiring like a mix, like so video or audio, you gotta make the project, save it first, or else that thing will crash eventually. You know what I mean? I've lost a beautiful couple of songs that way.
I'm just cracking up because I haven't even been doing it that long, and it's happened to me.
Yeah,
quite a few times.
Yeah,
I'm like, damn, you're fucking right.
It's important.
Like, dude, you don't even realize. I'm
just like you were saying with Dust, those little professional tips,
super little, bro, because the fact that I had to hit up a Grammy-winning engineer, and I say that because it's like someone super experienced told me something so simple about just like editing and making music, and they're like, external hard drive, that's why all your shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, what? He's like, you're working off your hard drive? And I was like, such a face palm.
Yeah, right.
Felt like an amateur, like, didn't know that.
Yeah. And then you got to encrypt your stuff too.
That's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, yeah, if you're that paranoid, obviously I don't feel like I'm anybody, so I'm not out here like scared.
I don't know, because sometimes
I would want someone to get into my shit.
So you really?
Yeah.
I was do you know that feeling whenever you first learn about performing right organizations and and then you're like, what? I have to go back and all my stuff could get stolen?
It's not so much that. I think where people are where you're at is like when you're like, copyright, you don't copyright your stuff. And I'm like, like, are you super concerned about that? Really?
Well,
like you couldn't prove tomorrow that someone just, that's the real thing.
Well, yeah. And
I get it though. It's important, but you should cover all your bases.
Yeah. And you don't want to go through like a legal situation for half a year. You know what I mean? Like imagine if one of your songs pops off randomly.
I've kind of had that feeling.
Where I kind of already had that happen to me.
You think so?
No,
I was like, for real? What'd you do? Yeah, no, I've just felt like I've made something that's been imitated, but that's it. You know? Yeah.
Well, so you're talking about,
but you have to think. I sent like thousands of dollars worth of demos to people over the span of 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like you don't know who really important was like, oh shit, let me go snake this and make something real quick.
You never know. But like you were telling me about doing a live stream, so I did a couple of live streams on Twitch, and but I like my music. I just like my music, and so I'll start to be like, I really shouldn't be like not recording my live streams just in case, just proof that this is mine. But what's cool is that we were talking about copyrights a second ago. Like automatically stuff on like YouTube or SoundCloud or really anything will get copyrighted almost automatically.
But it's better because now when you're uploading something, it's telling you before you even upload it, it's running it through the copyright.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, at least you don't have to like get disputed later. It's like, hey, let's fix this before it even goes out, and like you find out you can't have any of this.
Right.
So it's kind of a little better, but yeah, it's still really dumb. Like right now, one of the writers are like these huge fucking writers on one of my songs on YouTube, and I'm like, you didn't write this. Why does it say that on my YouTube description? And I can't do anything about it.
Oh.
Like these huge, like for big songs.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yo, how do I dispute this? Like, this is wrong. Like, yeah.
What was that? Conrad Oldmoney in your interview said he has his, his own music lawyers who are, specifically trained
That's
for
so
that.
Crazy, dude. Like, man, of all types of a lawyer that you need, that's so specific. I just think that's crazy. A musical lawyer.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't mind, but you have to really know a lot of shit, in my opinion. You really have to know a lot of shit.
I do. You have to know a lot of shit, but I do wonder if they like necessarily. I guess they probably do need to go through a bar exam if they're going into like real courts.
Yeah, but that's such an interesting topic that like there's common like type of lawyers for like just a range of like I'll do anything.
Yeah,
I'll represent anything, kind of
alimony.
But yeah, what a interesting thing is just like lawyers choose what to specialize in, like what topic. That's kind of crazy. Underrated as hell. I'm just like, shout out to lawyers, bro. You take a lot of time to learn a lot of shit that a lot of people would never do.
Yeah.
I give it up because I couldn't do it. Hard profession. But so we were talking about sobriety earlier. And I was thinking, I was like, dude, you've kind of always been more mature than me, because I remember you being like, I'm good on that. And I was like, dude, what? Like, how could you say no?
Yeah, it's weird, especially this last year, because I've been taking a lot of kratom lately, and just kind of like accepting that like I'm gonna be fucking myself up, or lately, like start drinking. Yeah,
like, how soon's lately? Like how often is what I mean?
Oh, it had been like for the last month. It had been probably every day, every other day.
Really?
Yeah.
You alternate at least the kinds of kratom?
No.
Damn, you should try it. Consider it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Just so you can get more out of it. If you're taking the same one all the time.
Yeah, I could see because but I was starting to take more and stuff.
Yeah, but which one's your favorite? What color?
I hadn't tried that many lately. Or
there's only three, I think.
The red, green,
and white.
And white.
Yeah.
I've been trying the green, but I think I want to try the red.
I just remember associating red with like painkiller, so that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Just like if I ever had actual pains, or like I was in like, because I use it medicinally, like I know how it is, but if it's ever something like excruciating where like turmeric won't help, I don't know. I always went to kratom. Like that was like the last like, dude, make this shit go away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is that most of the time whenever like if I'm smoking or if I'm taking a kratom, it's because I want to get rid of some sort of anxiety, but none of them ever work.
I'm glad you said that, because my thing was I only ever did kratom whenever I wanted time to go by fast.
Oh, really?
It makes time go by like that. Like you don't mind what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. Think about that. You don't mind what you're doing. Like I would take it before things I didn't want to do. Like
really?
Yeah, like I don't want to go to work.
You know, I was about to say work is that a lot. I've been trying to tell this to people, but I was wondering what you thought. And so this came from the Bhagavad Gita, if you've ever read it or heard about it. So it says in there that one of the best mindsets to be in is where you're working with no expectation of the outcome. Like whether that be good or bad or like meeting a goal, you're really just working. And its argument is that that's like an awesome just state of frame of mind to be in. Almost like as if it's meditating. And that's so lately work hasn't been bothering me that much lately. You know what I mean?
Word. Is it just because you get absorbed in it, or do you actually enjoy it? Or
Yeah, you just kind of let go of like the whole, oh, I don't want to be here. Like they're stealing my time from me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that sort of thing. And that's definitely like my girlfriend
crazy
right now
thought.
has that problem really bad.
I don't think I ever thought about that like that.
Really?
Yeah.
I would always get really
They're
existential about work.
Time from no, I never got like that.
Yeah, like they're forcing me to be in this place I don't want to be in.
I would get like immature, frustrated. I could do better things, mad.
Yeah, that's definitely in the same line. Yeah.
Yeah, but not like I didn't, dude. You're existential with it because I never thought you're stealing time from me, dude. Like,
yeah, no,
that's
like
real shit.
Remember how So for work right now, I'm doing cabling, and we're working for Freemasons right now, and if you don't have a goal, you're gonna end up working for someone who does have a goal.
Did you put the brick down in the corner? Like,
yeah,
it's real shit. But now repeat what you said because I just had to get my thought out. So we use it for different purposes, you think? Or is it kind of just the same concept?
I think that it's the same concept. Is that
whenever like me wanting time to go by fast is
it's similar. And like if you're smoking weed, you really shouldn't be smoking weed to get rid of anxiety or because you're at work or because
But we agreed that like weed's like a philosophical thing a little bit.
Like
we would think, are we just convinced that we're getting?
We're definitely convinced, but I think that's you tried to say earlier that it's definitely a personality thing also.
Damn. Only because mine being addictive and shit, like I'd be worried like I want to go spend all my money or I want to get it all the time or something like that was my only fear with it ever because I don't know, like I couldn't control myself. I would just make it like the first thing.
I think having bills to pay definitely played a role for me.
Man, I could just
as of late.
I don't know. I argue with myself if I'm healthier now or not. Let's put it like that.
Yeah,
is because like I take my mental health pretty serious. And I'm like, what if this could legitimately be, I
definitely think I have an addictive personality as well.
Man, I used to get mad at you because you always smoke cigs. Do you still smoke cigarettes?
I mean, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I remember being like, bro, shit.
And I was gonna say actually is that I was gonna ask you, the things that you've learned recently. One thing I've come to realize is that your environment isn't like the building you're in or like your work, or it's the people who are around you. And let's say a boyfriend and a girlfriend, their environments are going to be, each other as well as their own friends. And they take those with them. You know what I mean? When they break up, they have their friends still, and that's the environment.
Yeah. I've actually, in other words, I've been telling people, I'm like, whenever I ask people where they work, I always usually say, did you like the people or do you like the people that you work with? Yeah. I always ask that.
Yeah.
Because that's a true determination on like, yeah, I like what I'm doing.
If the job is worth it.
I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I don't even know if worth it is the right word.
Yeah.
But it is just acknowledging that like, you would assume that person's pretty happy.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot worse things than not liking your job. Like,
plus the people can make it worse for you.
Yeah, man. Shit. That's shit. I'm sure everybody can relate to that.
Yeah.
God damn. Yeah. I mean, personally, I worked over like 25 jobs within the span of 10 years easily.
It's too much, right?
I don't know. Because honestly, I'm like, is this like a sign of like how the economy's changed or fucked up? Or did I really benefit from all these like crazy things I did? Because it looks so bad on your resume. But I'm like, I take so much pride in it. Like, look how much shit I did.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, part of my thing was always like, oh, man, I'm tired of being at the same place all the time.
But I'm just like, we're taught to like, what's your best 3 accomplishments? I'm like, I got a whole list. You feel me?
Yeah.
They're like, no, condense it into the couple of things that you're really good at and you're special at and your longest places you've worked. No.
Yeah, no.
I've done a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I want you to know that I know about this and that and this different type of topic, and you didn't even, could you have guessed? I'm gonna give you an example. Like, I worked in retail. Did you know I worked in receiving? Did you know I worked with food? Did you know, like,
you're telling them, hey, like, I'm someone you can trust.
I've been in all these different environments.
Yeah.
Like you were saying. Yeah. It's like, it's just interesting. Like how I feel like the perfect resume was always like, here's your best. If you get to the point, make it quick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm over here like here's 5-6 pages.
Yeah.
That's so bad. Like, you know, somebody would probably be like, "You're dumb, man."
You definitely got to condense the resume.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll put my cool list at the top. I know that, but I'm still listing everything.
Don't read the last 5 pages.
Oh, God. That's good shit.
That's what they meant when they said your potential employer only reads the first page.
Oh, my God. That's a good point. Because I feel like by the time, if I was in a general or whatever, by the time you're going through applications, you're like, I just need somebody. Do you feel me?
I just can't wait to go home.
Do you feel me though?
Yeah, I just need some for sure. I've met a lot of people.
Maybe
lately.
they just. Can you imagine that you actually just enjoying interviewing people for jobs?
No, well, I mean
that's crazy though. Like I enjoy meeting somebody and judging them. Like,
but I know that whenever I go and like I talk to people like that, I know that they enjoy talking to me, and I feel the same way. And I think that you see what I'm saying.
But also, I think to have that kind of job, think about it. I'm gonna hire you to decide who to hire.
Oh.
You feel me?
I see what you're saying.
Like, you have to trust that person a lot to give him that job, is what I'm trying to say. Like,
that usually comes with like a whole different position also.
Man, I don't know.
Unless you're HR. So you're
like,
talking about the HR people.
You mean like you're above the HR though? Or if there isn't above the HR. Yeah.
Or if there's really one person in HR and they don't hire people.
Nice. I'm sure that exists.
Yeah. Like contract companies.
Yeah, that's true. Everything's on a smaller level. I don't really think about it like that. But damn, we really diverted there. You want to come back to life real quick?
Yeah, I do.
So we went on a couple tours together, and you were in some shows, dancing.
Yeah, I was
in the crowd.
I was doing the peanut butter jelly dance. Yeah, as I do.
I just crack up because like those are just some of the funniest. Man, some of the funniest memories in my phone are you letting loose and just like wilding out and being yourself. Like hilarious, bro. Yeah. Because you don't give a shit what anybody thinks.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm not going to lie. Like some points I ended up being frustrated and I was like, dude, what am I doing here? And you're just like, screw it, you know?
Yeah.
But, and I miss it, you know?
Yeah, that was crazy. That's an interesting thing, dude, because I was going to say, you've come to a lot of performances I've ever had in my life, but also you're like, one of 2, maybe 3 people I can completely confide in. Obviously, my number one in some aspect. Like I always tell you, like, dude, you're like my only friend sometimes. You feel me? And that's real shit. Like I'm like, that's why I was at the beginning like, where are you? I deserve to know how you came into my life if you're so important to me.
Yeah,
you feel me?
It's all Ken. Now, this is what I was gonna say. I remember Ken was driving his red truck. He was trying to run over a squirrel. I was like,
damn, you remember the red truck?
Yeah.
Damn. He looked so different at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like he was still wearing like the button ups almost.
Oh yeah.
Like he was very clean before, like very clean cut, straight edge looking.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. And I wonder if that's an insult to him or not, because I think he always wanted to be as far away from that look.
I think once he got out of college, right?
I don't know, because maybe I've just always remembered Ken as like wanting to be and look different.
Yeah.
I always remember him as that, but he wasn't always like that.
Yeah.
Like I know him before he was like even considered, I don't know. Dude, I knew Ken when he thought he was going to get 2 black crosses upside down on each side of his, inside of his arms.
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah. Like that was a phase.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of crazy. Bro, I was there when he adopted Toshi.
Yeah.
And it's at this like lady's house who made like movie costumes. It was the craziest shit. It was an Airbnb. It was me, him, and a couple girls. I think he was dating this chick at the time, but we all just hung out. And this cat was in the backyard, and they're like, "Hey, do you want it?" And we just like, bro, he was walking along the fence all cool with all these other animals. He had like a little animal farm.
Yeah.
It's weird, like different animals. And Tosh was just like the one that
part of him.
He kind of ignored me a little bit. He went to Ken and wanted to be petted by him, and crazy. Like, bro, how many times do like adoptions happen in nature with you and anybody? Do you feel me?
Yeah.
That's such a rare, like,
kind of jealous.
it's so cool. It's not even like bragging. It's just like, man, I never seen something so nice.
I see
and
what
like,
you're saying. Natural. And
yeah, like it's just super, bro. That happened back in the day before like there was a society, before there were cities. Imagine, like, you just formed this bond with this thing and you gave it food and y'all teamed up. That's sick. I'll help you out. You just take care of me. Like, let me know when someone comes.
Yep.
What? It's so primal. I don't know. I just really fuck with it.
But what are you going to do with a cat?
I don't know. Why would a cat come to you in nature, right?
Well, the Egyptians thought they were gods, right?
I feel like, you know what's interesting?
What?
I feel like if you go back far enough and you're some tribal people, a cat would keep its distance and just kind of always creep on you. That's what I feel like, is it would just kind of like follow along, but like not next to you. Yeah. I just feel like it would always have this like 5 foot, 10 foot. Yeah. I'll go around you, keep a distance.
Because that's how they are now, right?
Yeah, but imagine like one that's cool with you. Like what would its purpose be? I just don't get it. Like if it really fucked with you and you're taking care of it and you're helping it, like what is a cat in nature? We know what dogs do. Yeah. But what is a homie cat in nature like?
No clue.
That's cool. I never thought about it.
They're probably, so if they're popular in Egypt, I think they probably would have been popular in like the Oriental places too.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just trying to think of where you would like store one. Like I don't think you make cages. You just kind of let them go and come.
Yeah, probably yard cats.
Because there's definitely cats that roam your neighborhood and come back. So, interesting. What difference would it be if you're at a little settlement camp or something?
I don't know. What's your relationship with cats? I mean, your name's JoeCat.
Oh, my God. Yeah, that's a crazy thing. Yeah, a lot of questions and assumptions on that. I've actually never maybe told one person that story. I've never really told anybody that story.
What?
Just like how I got my name. Because I don't like the question. Like, it's just like I've always waited for some like kind of important thing to like explain. Mm-hmm. It's really not that crazy, but it's got a story. But yeah.
So you're not going to tell the story?
I'm not.
All right.
But my relationship with cats, I do love them. Like I would love a cat, but also want a dog. Like I want a big dog so they know how to mess with each other. Because like usually the bigger dogs are a little smarter, in my opinion.
Yeah. I love cats, but I don't know. They kind of make me sad.
I wonder what's the smartest small dog. It's a good question. It's worth Googling.
Definitely not a Chihuahua.
Yeah, I was about to say that. You sent me the thought. I swear to God. So, speaking of sending thoughts, one of the things we bonded over, dude, you already know what I'm going to say.
Mishlove?
You're thinking aloud, yeah. Jeffrey Mishlove.
That's crazy. How can you have...
You know what's weird? Let me get my thought out. Remember what you're going to say.
Yeah.
Okay. What's crazy is I get mad at myself for not watching that shit anymore. Yeah. Like, I'm almost mad that my interest changed. That's weird, right?
Yeah, my interests definitely have changed also. And I think that part of it is like, okay, we get it. We're like spiritual and this is all cool. Like, but I just want to live my life right now, you know?
Yeah. Do you feel the same way? You really have to be in a mood to need some like reminding.
Oh yeah.
Like at this point, I'll go to some like shaman on the internet and look at his videos or something. If I really need that, you feel me? Like, if I really need that. But that's interesting. Like all of our forms and copes for therapy that we might not consider.
It's like, I mean, what at the end of the day, you gotta, ask yourself what little least basic thing about life do you want to let blow your mind? Because it should,
Yeah. That's a good point. But how would you sum it up? Like, what would you call the show that we watched all the time? Like, how would you?
I mean, they would basically.
It was kind of an interview, kind of like this.
Kind of like this. It was usually real casual, but with people you wouldn't suspect to be absolute professionals. You know what I mean? And what they're professional about were things that were of the mind that can't really be explained through, natural physics.
Just like, imagine booking those shows. How do I find a new person? Like, of course you have returning ones, obviously, but yeah, like those were people that you wouldn't see anywhere else.
Yeah, because Terrence McKenna.
Interesting.
Terrence McKenna was one of his main ones in the original Thinking Aloud.
If you know Terrence McKenna, you need to watch the new Thinking Aloud podcast channel.
Yeah.
it's not even a it is podcast format, kind of like this.
Podcast
but
format.
It's just formal interviews, like no gimmicks, no background, anything, just like a conversation.
Mm-hmm. And if you want to study, you can study any of these people, and you'll be hard pressed not to find a bunch of shit on.
I remember thinking like parapsychology is the coolest shit. Can you imagine studying that?
The only person with a degree, a PhD in parapsychology.
Like what? The only person in this field.
But you know why, right?
Google parapsychology. If you don't know parapsychology, please.
You know why he's the only one who has it, right?
Is he the one that made it or invented it?
No. They stopped offering the course.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Because it's
so everybody passed away?
No, like it's not, they deemed it not useful of a degree type.
So did he teach it?
No, I think he's definitely has taught it because he has a PhD, but he was taught it. Like he took the course in parapsychology.
Wait.
Back in the 70s or 80s. So
it was like a test run for something and he's the only one that passed it?
A test run? I don't know.
Like how do you become the only one?
He's definitely okay, well, I think he's the only
He is. I think you're right, but I'm just like, how?
He really fucking loves it. And I don't know. Out of all the people,
you asked me if I knew it. I don't think you know.
Out of all the people he interviews, you actually don't hear too much from Mishlove himself. But I did find that book, The Roots of Consciousness, at half price. Who ended up with that book? Not you?
It's right over here, bro.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah, I have it. Fuck yeah, I have it. That's like my favorite book.
Dope.
Yeah.
Dude, if you read that, like, so in the YouTube podcast, you will not learn too much about Mishlove, right?
Yeah. However, if you go to Thinking Aloud, before New Thinking Aloud came out, you can see Mishlove with hair. Which is crazy because, yeah, like you said, he's been doing this shit forever.
Yeah.
So long that he went on as man, what a sick job, bro. What a sick job.
Yeah. And the stuff on
just
YouTube,
the way his little bald head looks is hilarious. Like
YouTube is another crazy subject right now because how long is it gonna last? You know what I mean? It's gonna last up until they decide to do something with the internet. You know?
How good is that book, Joe? You want to tell him about the book? I heard you about YouTube.
He asked you.
Bro, it's really fucking huge. It's a really fucking thick book, but man, it's just shit. Like you have to sit down and dedicate your brain to read this shit because it's so hard to comprehend.
He has sections on so many different things too.
It's ridiculous. I'm like, where did you get this? Like, honestly, that's like the coolest shit someone's done for me.
Yeah, I'm
not even lying. And that's like, I don't even consider it mine. Like, I would gladly give it back to you whenever you want it. Like, for real. Yeah. It's just the coolest shit because I'm like, what? I didn't even know. I didn't even know he had a book.
You know what? I got that book, and there's only something I was studying at the time was a lot of like why are prisons so like hellish? You know what I mean? A lot of it goes back to Christianity, and it's in the book. It's something about the papal judicial system.
Shit.
Well, so with popes and
so we're just following some super old tradition, like
some
usual.
old tradition, really. I think where they're persecuting, a lot of Jewish people. It's called The Roots of Consciousness by Jeffrey Mishlove.
Yeah. What's up, Brandon? Glad you can join us. But yeah, you're on the screen over here. Just so you know, if we look over here, we see you. Yeah, that's dope as fuck. A book that we bonded over as well. So the show, we got the book, we got Ken, we got music. I mean, we're working on music now.
Yeah, I really like that song. We got Souls and Shine. I have stems for Shine.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's a crazy one. Yeah, that's a song I've been holding since 2016. Now that I think about it, and I just got stems floating around.
You know what other song I like is Fly Away.
Damn, that was a good one too. I remember being mad because I wanted that one by myself. Yeah.
Nah.
You think
it was good.
Oh, I think here's what it was. I had the beat first, or at least in my head it was mine.
Yeah.
And then he got somebody else on it, I think is what happened. But then the only way that I would basically shut up and not feel bad, I think, was to be on that third, which I had to kill because I was like, I wanted it so bad.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm just mad because I feel like he took me out on that record.
No.
The singing that the guy's doing, I'm just like, I think he did better than me. But
Dude,
maybe that's a good song.
It's just a good song, dude.
I'm just trying to think, like, if you remember Monster with Kanye and Rick Ross and Jay-Z and Nicki, it's like Nicki kills it, but you probably still know the other verses.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean. But that's what kind of makes it a good song, you know what I mean? There's just a little bit of competition in there, you know what I mean? And all the lyrics are fucking good and producing's good.
I'm always just mad at mixing. My only regrets ever are mixing regrets. Always, 100%. And that's why I'll always pay engineers.
Yeah, going back and listening to stuff.
Dude, ugh.
I know that feeling.
It's just like never being like complete and knowing when something's done.
Yeah.
It's the most difficult shit. Somebody else there to speed it up.
You know what
you don't need much more. Leave it alone.
I think in order for me to be a good producer, I really need to stop like getting mentally stopped out on the records I'm working on. You know what I mean?
I have a kind of solution for that.
What is that?
So remember when I was like super motivated sending you beats and shit?
Yeah.
All I needed to do was not do it for a little bit.
Just put it down for a little bit.
Just a little bit.
That's a good thing because this week I haven't really done too much.
I think because you have to urge to come back to it.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like that about writing anymore, but I used to. I used to definitely wake up and just write.
You know what? I 100% feel that, and I think you're right.
Yeah. It's a weird thing.
It's just because you got to live your life. You know what I mean? You can't just be in the cave all day.
Yeah, because how are you going to generate the feeling in the same spot all the time?
Right.
That's what's crazy. I always said perspectives are the most inspiring thing, because if I get to move around, dang, you don't want me out this box is how I feel.
Right,
like.
right.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I wanted to say earlier is that
maybe that's the hard part, by the way.
yeah, no, it is. So I can get mad about something that happened, you know, like on the road, like a couple of weeks ago, and then I'll feel it in my head and I'll feel it in my chest, and I'm like, I'm mad, but like,
damn,
it's so easy. But why is it harder to get motivated? You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, it's like motivation costs money. That's crazy.
It costs something for sure.
Yeah, because that's another form of energy.
Yeah,
and it sucks because some people's motivation might cost more energy.
Yeah,
that's fucked.
Yeah, and then
like, I don't know. I was just gonna give like a super pity thing.
How are you gonna get? I mean, how do you do the energy work to like always be, you know, like I'm working, you know?
Here's what's crazy is I think that's why like sports is so important, because like fucking with like basketball and doing, I think you need to be reminded of some competitive shit. You need to like work towards
for sure.
You have to do something. Like,
I think a good point is knowing that like you're gonna die one day, you know?
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. It's a really good question, honestly. But I feel like competition and like being reminded, because, bro, I'm not the best. Do you feel me?
Yeah.
And it's just like, you should have to work or try to work toward getting better or like being the best.
Yeah. And like
something.
Yeah. Like I said earlier, you definitely feel this way. I feel this way, is that I like the music I make. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know it's not perfect. And I know it's not as good as.
You've gotten a lot better. Trust me.
Hey, thank you.
Bro, here's what's crazy is if you make music, I have so much respect for you if you can make drums, because it sounds like the easiest shit, but it's not, dude.
If you're all in the computer, it's weird, you know?
Dude, what? Like, I can make a whole entire song and be like, now where's the drums? That's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I don't have songs without, like, or with, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But like,
because the drums is real. That's real. Like all your
everything.
producing technique goes into
like
those drums, right?
You know what it is? You know what the problem is?
What?
I can't create what I hear in my head yet.
Yeah.
Once I figure that out, it's game over.
Yeah.
All right. More Than Rich podcast. We are out.
Thank you.